Welcome to the Bike Talk with Dave RAGBRAI Spectacular, a week in July when 20,000 cyclists get together to spend 8 days crossing 500 miles of Iowa from river to river, riding rural roads from town to town, eating, drinking, and just plain having fun. Much to the consternation of my family, who has all joined me in this joyous parade each year, I brought my microphone and I had a blast meeting people and exploring their RAGBRAI stories. And it's now my pleasure to begin sharing them with you here and now. And to get us in the mood is Becca and the Loudmouth Brass, who liven up the Mr. Pork Chop line at some farmhouse outside of Marble Rock.
My name is Becca Combs-Colley. I play in Loudmouth Brass from Rochester, Minnesota.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you so much.
Not only that, I'm super impressed with your work in the crowd skills as well.
I've taken the entire week to study the crowd, study what they like. I've been riding the whole week with everybody. So I think I'm with the people on this one.
You are with the people for sure. You can tell that. Have you been playing every day?
We have not been playing every day. I did pick up a tuba back in Ida Grove. There was a polka band and another tuba player, and tuba players tend to be pretty gregarious people. And he asked if I'd want to hop in on a song, and so of course I hopped in on two.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you guys ride with your instruments? Is that what I hear?
We have done rides with our instruments before. Nothing like RAGBRAI. We've done shorter, 10-mile rides where we'll ride to a venue. The instruments are fairly heavy. The drum set is fairly cumbersome. The tuba is a big old wind catcher. So if you think a headwind is bad, put a sousaphone on you.
Yeah, for
sure.
But
we definitely they came down with the instruments this morning. And we do have trailers and things that we can ride, just not a big old RAGBRAI ride.
Yeah, no,
I
don't
have
blame
been
you at
riding
all.
this week though.
I don't blame you at all. Who's in the band, and what's everyone play?
All right, so everybody is. We have John Knutson on trumpet. He's a fantastic trumpet player. He's got his master's in performance out of Minnesota. We got John Sievers Dr. John Sievers on trombone. We have Tyler Upham with us today. He's a Winona State student studying music education. Eric Stashek is on Barry saxophone. He and I are both music educators as well. My name is Becca Combs-Colley, and our esteemed drummer graduated from Berklee College of Music, and he is named Alex Ortberg.
You guys are great.
Thank you.
How does somebody find your stuff?
Well, if you are here today at RAGBRAI, you can go and grab a spoke card that has a QR code on the back. But if you're not at RAGBRAI, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, on Facebook. We're also on YouTube. We have several original music videos. We have several original albums that you can check out. It is Loudmouth Brass, anywhere you stream music.
Awesome. I love it. Have a great week.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your time.
Ready? Everybody give it up for Tyler on tenor saxophone. Eric on Barry saxophone. Give it up for John on trumpet. Other John, maybe better John on trombone. Alex is on drums. My name is Becca. And we are Loudmouth Brass.
There's awesome music all week, and it all begins on day one at the RAGBRAI Expo, hosted in the first overnight town where people from all over the world unite and reunite in preparation of the next 7 days of riding. And many annual traditions take place, such as dipping your rear tire in the Missouri or Big Sioux River, and marking first-year riders with the word Virgin on the back of their calf with a big black Sharpie. And other first-year riders taking in the crowds and begin their immersion into the RAGBRAI family. Hey, I just got a picture of the back of your leg. What's it say back there?
It says virgin.
And you're a virgin? How old are you?
I'm 32.
A 32-year-old virgin right here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to RAGBRAI. Welcome to Iowa. Where are you from?
I'm from La Honda, California in the Santa Cruz Mountains.
What brings you here?
Riding bikes, and my sweetheart in crime is responsible for the roping in. Yeah.
Now, she does not have virgin written on the back of her leg. Has she done RAGBRAI before? Have you done?
He meant me that I wasn't a virgin.
Fair enough. Have you done RAGBRAI before?
Yes, it's my 5th year.
Your 5th year. Awesome. And are you from California as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how'd you get started coming out here?
So I was actually backpacking through the Andes in Ecuador, and I was on a backpacking trek, and I met this group of these two guys from Minneapolis, and we were talking like after the hike at night, like before the next day, and we were talking about cycling, and he goes, "Oh, if you like cycling, you need to check out RAGBRAI because it's like this bike ride across Iowa." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's interesting." And nothing really clicked. And then I got home from my trip, and I was super sad that I wasn't on a trip anymore. And that night, I looked it up on the internet, and I said, "No, this is it for me." And I signed up that night, and I was just going to go by myself, and I convinced my girlfriend to go with me. So now this is her 6th year, my 5th year, and now we have our baby with us. So
that's super awesome.
And you found out about it in the middle of nowhere in the Andean mountains in Ecuador, and that's how I heard about it.
And you're still coming back, and you brought your baby. How old's your baby?
She's 8 months.
8 months. That is awesome. And you know why that's awesome? All of my kids, there's one of them over there, have gone every year of their life.
Oh, really?
So I'm setting a precedent for you.
That's awesome.
And you're not going to be a virgin next year.
No, next year we'll be back with Domino, and hopefully when she's able to ride, she'll be with us.
And you brought babies then?
We did bring babies,
so what's your biggest piece of advice?
Patience. And you know what?
Take it slow.
No matter how they are acting, they act that way at home. Like all you're doing is parenting. So just be a parent.
Okay, I can do that.
The other bit of advice is just say yes.
Okay, got it.
Hey, I want this? Sure, you can have it. Whatever you want. Pancakes, great. It doesn't matter, just say yes. Well, welcome to Iowa.
Thank you so much. We're happy to be here.
Good luck on your first RAGBRAI.
Thank you, Dave, and we'll see you out there.
The resonance on this is really.
Let's hear it.
I have this on my other bike.
It goes on and on forever.
And this one is pretty good too, but different.
Beautiful.
Can I have one of a speaker?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Sweet, thank you.
Where are you guys from?
Sedona, Arizona.
Oh, welcome to Iowa.
The train here to do the RAGBRAI.
Have you done the RAGBRAI before?
No, I'm a long distance rider, and I've gone for months at a time and stuff, different countries, but never a RAGBRAI.
Wow, well, it's kind of like a different country here this week.
It's a different country, I can tell.
Where have you been? What are some of the most unique places you've been?
I've cycled from Arizona, Flagstaff to Alaska through the British Columbia, Kluane, and Yukon. I've cycled the length of Japan twice, central and southwest China into eastern Tibet.
Wow.
Last year went from the Keys, Key West, Florida to back to Arizona through southern states.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Summer or winter did you do that?
Starting in February, March, and then I went around both coasts or both, I don't know, all the shoreline.
Oh, wow.
And then made a choice not to go all the way to San Diego, but then to go north.
Are you carrying all your stuff with you?
No, this time I decided, because I've never done that, take advantage of the community truck that brings everything.
Yep, for
so
sure.
I brought more for a week than I've ever brought for, months, because I go really light. I brought like loads.
Well, if you have to carry it, for sure you go light.
So I figured, let them carry.
Right. That's awesome.
So there are other long distance riders here too.
Yeah, for sure. I've done this for a long time, and people always ask me like, gosh, I don't think I could do 80 miles. And I'm like, it's not 80 miles, it's 10 mile, because you've got
you stop all the
pancakes at 10 miles, and then you've got pie, and then you've got...
And
lunch, and then
that's
you've got...
kind of how I ride. I mean, I'm often... The biggest thing here is all the people. I really love to be by myself, so I'm like, and with nature, so that's what my preference is. But I'll stop. I bring watercolors and I bring fountain pens and paper, and I draw usually, and I'll stop. This time, I don't know that I'll do that, but I did bring some of that stuff, but I'll eat.
Yeah, for sure.
Eat.
Well, I'll look for you along the ride. I bet, based on my experience, I bet you'll find time and space to find a hillside and draw and paint along the way. So I'm going to look for you doing that.
Thanks, or maybe some sketches of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And my name is Neshama. I'm from Sedona, Arizona. And
Awesome.
This is June from China.
Hey, June,
June.
first time in the U.S.?
No, I go to school in Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, cool. That is so far away.
Not too bad, actually. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Did you bring your art material?
Yes, actually, I brought. I don't know how popular this thing is, but
Oh, no way.
I bet there are some nuts out there that want to see photographs.
Since this is a audio, describe what I'm looking at right here.
It's a Mamiya C33. It's a twin lens reflex medium format camera from the 60s, I would suppose.
On film. That's awesome. What do you do with your stuff?
I'm gonna post that on my Instagram. So if anyone's interested, my Instagram hashtag is suicide eggs. Eggs is chicken eggs.
Suicide eggs?
Yes.
Suicide
All right.
eggs. And I'm Turtle Desert.
Awesome. I'm going to look for you guys. I'm DMabel122. Super original, I know, but yeah, I'm going to look for you guys. Awesome. Great to meet you. Have a great ride. Enjoy Iowa.
Thank you.
Yep. Take care. Great.
Thank you for doing this.
With the expo wrapped up and prep all completed, it's time to hit the road. I met some fun, interesting people on the ride. Some of them on bikes, like Tom from Marshalltown, and some not on bikes, like Daniel from Tasmania. Where are we, Tom? Do you know?
Fonda.
We're in Fonda, maybe 55 miles into the day today on Tuesday?
I think so. I think so, yeah. We probably got another 15, 20 miles to go. It's raining a little bit.
It is raining a little bit. Tom Kurth, you got a plaque on the back of your bike that looks like it's just the state of Iowa all colored in with lines. What's each one of those lines represent?
That represents actually 34 routes that I did. My son did it 2 years ago. Made the rack to put on it and put a colored line for each year that I've been on RAGBRAI. I started in 1986, RAGBRAI 14 with my son. He was 14, and he's going to ride with me a half a day, maybe here from Emmetsburg over to Mason City, the 105 mile. I've never rode that. I've rode 105 miles, but not on RAGBRAI. I guess I have.
I remember a 106-mile Karis Loop day one time.
Yeah, I've rode some of those back when I was younger. I'll be 69 in about a month, so 78.
It's hard to keep track of, isn't it? Yeah, I was thinking 69's not enough. If you had a 14-year-old, your 14-year-old's got to be 51.
Yeah, right now. And I got off track there on my age.
That's easy to do.
Yeah.
So do you have a favorite year?
Oh, this southern route was the best. I don't know what year it was, but it was flat as a pancake. I forget where we went, but it was probably 15, 20 years ago. And we had a tailwind all day and every day, and it was 70 degrees. It was a piece of cake, and a lot of the rookies that come, they thought this was nothing, so they'd come back the next year, and they did. Yeah. So yeah, this northern route's a lot easier than the southern route. It's mountains down there, as we say. Everybody that comes to Iowa from out of state thinks Iowa's flat as a pancake, but it's got rolling hills.
It does indeed, doesn't it? And they just keep going up and down and up and down. Yesterday was pretty rolling.
Yes, the first 2 days of this ride was pretty rolling, and you got to have a train pretty good if you want to make it the whole way. And we got some rookies that are with our group, and we're from Marshalltown, Iowa Valley Bicycle Club. We have about 77 in our charter. And in '94, they named the charter Tom's Charter. That's me, I guess. That's an honor.
That is an honor.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
I've been wearing a shirt that says I'm Tom on there since 1994.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a different shirt for each day.
Do you get a different shirt for each year?
No, I got about 20 shirts that I've had made up with I Tom on it to have something different on the front.
That's awesome.
This one here says, I think it says I was born wild or something.
So you've done 36 in a row, every mile, every day?
Every hill.
Every hill, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you, are you doing the same this year?
Yes, that's my goal. That's my goal. The 105 is going to be a challenge, but I've rode the 150 mile they had back in 1995. That was when we celebrated our 150th birthday of state of Iowa.
I remember that.
They had 150 miles, and I was younger. I was in my 40s, I believe, late 40s.
Just a young buck?
Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
Oh, watermelon, Beekman's ice cream, pork chop guy. I can't eat it every day.
You know,
The churches are awesome when you get in, or when you're going through a town with a church. They serve really nice stuff, pies and a sit-down dinner. They're awesome.
do you camp?
Yes, I sleep in a tent on the ground. I do have a mattress, air mattress.
Have you ever gotten a hotel?
Never,
Wow.
never.
That's impressive.
I've got a motorhome that'll take care of probably 5 or 6 or 7 of us that we do, but it's too big and nobody to drive it, and it's fun to be with the group from Marshalltown.
Yeah. That's awesome. Tom Karth? Kurth. Kurth.
RTH, yeah, Tom Kurth. Thank you very much. I enjoy that.
Where are we, mile 20? Run into some dude, I don't know, you're rollerblading or cross-country skiing or combo up a hill in rural Iowa. Who are you and where are you from?
My name's Daniel, and I'm from Tasmania.
Tasmania? Yeah. Did you rollerblade all the way here?
I did not. Rollerblading over the ocean would be quite the feat.
That would be hard, wouldn't it? I'm going to catch you when we're not going downhill. Hang on.
What's your name?
I'm Dave.
Dave. Oh, nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
And I will, I'll let you be on my podcast. It's called Bike Talk with Dave.
Bike talk with Dave.
Yeah, but you got wheels, so that's close enough to a bike.
Yeah.
So, dude, have you done RAGBRAI before?
I have not, no. Although I did grow up for about 10 years, just about 50 miles north of here.
Oh, in Minnesota?
No, northwest Iowa in Sioux Center.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I guess there's a little bit of land between us and Minnesota, isn't there?
Yeah, a little bit still.
Yeah. So did you seriously come back just to do RAGBRAI?
No, I've come back to see my family. It's been a few years with COVID and everything.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So, yeah, I've been doing a bit of biking in the States and also wanted to try and do a little bit of a long-distance rollerblade trip.
Are you doing the whole week?
That's the plan.
Wow, how's it feel so far, 20 miles in?
It feels pretty good, to be honest.
Does it?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, it's been pretty hilly. Is that a bonus or negative?
I think bikers and rollerbladers probably both don't like the uphills.
Right.
And we both enjoy the flats and downhills.
Yes, indeed.
But I'm sure it'll equal out the rest of the week.
Yeah, we got a 100-mile day coming up in a few days, but it's very flat. Are you looking forward to that?
Sounds good to me.
What's the furthest you've gone in a day?
Rollerblading?
Yeah.
I went on a bit of a long-distance rollerblading trip in France a bit earlier this year, and I think I did maybe 50 or 60 miles one day.
So you're in new territory here this week.
That's right, yeah, exactly. But the trip in France, I actually had all my luggage with me,
Oh, geez.
and I was towing it in a cart, so I'm hoping it might be a bit easier with luggage transportation and, all the food vendors along the way.
If physics has anything to do with it, I bet it will be easier.
I reckon so. Iowa's a pretty good place for a nice flat bike ride.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, dude, good luck. We'll look for you throughout the week.
All right, thank you very much. You enjoy
Congrats.
your ride.
Yeah, you too.
Ciao.
I did run into him later in the week.
Oh, man. That's Daniel up there rollerblading across the state. I got to go catch up to him and see how he's doing. I was going to ask you the same thing. You're awesome. You're still rolling. But I got to admit, you look tired.
Yeah, well, I think you saw me pretty fresh on day one, so now we're...
I did.
I don't know, we're like almost 200 miles in.
Who's counting?
Yeah, who's counting? Good point.
How's your days going?
Yeah, pretty good, thank you. Just the weather's been great.
Has been great.
Terrain's been easy.
Has been. How was 71 miles? As I recall, that was your, you haven't done that far before.
Yeah, that was a new record. I was a little bit tired after that one. I've been a little bit tired every day, actually, so far. So.
How are you feeling about 105 tomorrow?
That's a tough question at the end of the day skate. I reckon I'll feel a lot better in the morning.
That's fair. Like, this is podcast transparency, but like yesterday when I got done, my ass was raw, and I'm like, I'm not going to be able to ride tomorrow. But a night in a tent, it was a great night's sleep, a little Vaseline. Like, today's been great. So, bearing that in mind, you like in on starting tomorrow?
Do I like what?
Are you in on starting tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I'll be starting tomorrow for sure. Yeah, in for a penny, in for a pound.
How confident are you in 105? Like 100? Are you like, I'm going, I don't care how long it takes? Or are you like, ugh?
No, I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah. It just might be a very long day. I'll be aiming to finish before midnight, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that is a long day.
Well, we'll see. You never know.
You must be
You
good
never know.
at this. I'm tired. How are you not?
I love that. What is she, 10?
Yeah, no more than 10, that's for sure.
And you must be good at this.
Yeah.
Dude, you're my rock star of the week.
Thanks, man. Much appreciated. It's good to see you again.
I'm going to look for you tomorrow.
Okay, will do.
All right. Rock on, brother.
I did run into Daniel after his 100-mile day, and after he started at 6 a.m. with flat roads and a tailwind all day, he finished up around 8 p.m. and said it went very, very well. Well, besides the overnight towns, we ride through a bunch of through or meetup towns where we refill our water bottles, find some food from street vendors or local restaurants, churches, and convenience stores, and take some time for a break. It's also a good time for me to break out my microphone and talk to some folks.
You can talk.
Oh,
Hey, we are in, where are we? Do you know where we are?
Anton?
Anton?
So, yeah.
Anton Davis? He's a football player, I think.
I don't
American football.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Sophie.
Sophie?
Yes.
That's a beautiful name. And where are you from?
Brisbane, Australia.
Nice. Did you come up just for RAGBRAI?
Yeah, I flew 25 hours on the weekend to come up
Wow,
here.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
What made you, how'd you hear about RAGBRAI and why'd you decide to come?
Well, we saw a couple do it on YouTube, and then my dad's a big cyclist, and he was like, I want to do it. He's like, I don't want to go alone, though. And I was like, you know what? If you pay for it, I'll come with you.
Oh, that's smart. You're really smart.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's smart. Are you like engineer or something? And
Not quite.
that's awesome. Can I ask Dad why he wanted to come?
Yeah, ask him.
Dad, why'd you want to come?
I've always loved riding, and what a great event. Like, so many people and a great way to ride across the states, and not everyone's done that, right?
No, that is very true. So logistically, how are you guys doing it?
So we're doing it with bicyclists of Iowa City.
Okay.
So we're doing it with them, and they're doing our transportation, and yeah, it's worked out well, actually.
Nice. Did you fly into Cedar Rapids?
We did, yeah. We flew in on Thursday night, so had a little bit of a rest before we hit the road today.
Awesome. So I'll go back to Sophie.
Yeah.
Have you been to the States before?
Yeah, we come to the States a lot, yeah.
Oh, you do? For
yeah.
what?
Just holidays. We've been both sides of like the coast, so heading to New Orleans after here.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Iowa before?
No, never.
No, first time.
First
Impression?
time.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's cute. It's a cute little town.
Cute.
it's cute.
And it's a state.
Yeah.
It is a state. Yeah.
Lots of corn.
Smaller than we're used to, but it's cute. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, cool. And how was your first day yesterday? It was hot.
Yes, yesterday was hot. We're thankful that today is a lot cooler.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. Well, have a great ride. Hopefully, we'll see you marching across the state.
Yeah, you will. You will.
Enjoy yourself. Let me ask one more question. Is there a particular food you're looking forward to?
We're going to do some pie, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely a good American pie.
Awesome. Well, good luck, have fun, and welcome to Iowa.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gosh, I forgot your name. Dawn? Cheryl.
Crow. Just think of Cheryl Crow.
Oh, I love Cheryl Crow.
Yeah, me
Are you
too.
South African as well? That's awesome. What's your name? Rory. That sounds South African for some reason. I don't know.
British.
It's Irish.
Irish? Oh, yeah, I suppose it is. I don't know. I can't keep track of anything. We're on RAGBRAI, aren't we?
Yep.
So, Cheryl, you're here with your family, your husband and daughter.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Awesome. My daughter's doing soups well. She's 13 and she hasn't ridden anything before.
I want to ask her, how many miles did you have before this week?
20.
20 miles. How's it feeling?
My butt is in a lot of pain.
How old are you?
13.
13. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah. I like the people here. They're a lot better than the Washingtonians.
Oh, all right. This is a worldwide podcast. They're going to hear that, you know. But that's okay. That's okay.
Take it back.
Just kidding.
And where were you born?
South Africa.
That's awesome. What brings you guys to the U.S.?
Rory's work. He came over with a big tech company. And yeah, we've been working for them in Washington and Seattle.
That's awesome. And you, mom and dad, are cyclists?
Yes, very much. Not professional. We just do it recreationally. We love our Peloton. Because, it's cold in Seattle most of the time when it's raining. But yeah, this has been awesome. Feeling strong due to our Peloton training, actually.
Yeah, that is awesome. That's kind of interesting. Have you been on the Peloton?
Yeah, I've done like 2 rides.
Okay, so you are like super well trained for RAGBRAI. Let me ask, what's been your favorite kind of moment? I'll ask you first, Caitlin, right?
Yeah.
Caitlin, what's been your favorite moment?
Okay. Well, it was a lot of fun when we were like, where were we? We were in the first town, and everyone was like really excited for RAGBRAI, and everyone was like screaming, and it was like really fun in the beginning, and then it got harder, but it was like flat, and like everyone was like having fun, so
That's awesome. How about you, Mom? What's your favorite moment?
It's not really a moment, but I enjoyed the day yesterday because of the rolling hills, the rollers. I just love the long, like uphills, slow uphills, and fast downhills, and that was my favorite part so far. But everyone's been so chatty and friendly, and Rory had his South African flag up yesterday, and everyone was stopping and noticing it, and it was really awesome.
That's awesome. Okay, so favorite food?
So this is a big one. We're vegetarian and vegan, and we haven't really run into some great food yet.
No, I suppose
So
not.
yeah. What was your favorite food?
The corn.
Corn on the cob?
Yeah.
Have you gotten the free corn?
Yeah.
That's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. So good.
All you have to do is get a sticker, and they give you free corn.
That's it, yes.
How about you, Dad? How's favorite food, favorite moment?
My favorite moment, I can't remember which town it was, but I remember driving into a town and there was this board up above the entrance that said, "Welcome to Iowa, we're happy you're here." And that just says everything about the Iowans. They're super friendly people, genuine, like down to earth. Just I feel welcome here, and that's different. Like you don't get that everywhere in America, so it's special.
Cool. Well, we're glad you're here. Welcome to Iowa. Have a great week. I'm super impressed. Yep. Hey, you guys, oh my gosh. We're on our way out of town, and we see the Corn Growers Association, and it's a screeching halt. It's not a question, it's just like, "Err!" And we get our free corn. We love it. We don't even, going through the truck is a treat because of the air conditioning. So what brings you guys on RAGBRAI?
Well, we're just here. We're trying to give the message of Iowa farmers and United States farmers too. Not everybody understands the fields that they're driving by. They think it's a lot of sweet corn, which we are giving out here. It's a fantastic treat, but less than 1% of the sweet corn actually, or less than 1% of the cornfields actually out there are sweet corn. So a lot of it is commercial corn, and we're educating people about what that is and what it's used for.
What are like 3 places corn goes that we don't think of?
That we don't think of, they actually are, they're making plastics out of corn now. So down in Eddyville, they're putting up a new plant that they're actually making clothing. So like yoga pants, you think of that, or rubber grips on power tools, things like that. That's now being made out of corn, or a component of corn.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes, so that, and then you go in the trailer, you look at things. A lot of the kids think it's funny that like baby diapers, they have corn in them. The cornstarch in those. And then even industrial things like paints, a lot of unique things like that are made out of corn.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I tell you what, we love seeing you. Do you have any idea how much corn is served in a week or a day?
The ballpark figures, they figure about 10,000 ears over the entire course of RAGBRAI. From on any given day, it's about 1,200 to 2,000 ears.
Where do you get them?
They source them locally. They try to source them along the route, so that way it's fresh every day that we bring it. We don't want to truck it all the way across Iowa. We want people to experience some good corn. So depending on where you're at on the day, they source it differently.
It's delicious every day.
We try, do what we can. So
awesome. And who are you?
John Stokes.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure you can imagine that sometimes my stopping and slowing down and wandering off with my microphone to talk to somebody else would be a little bit annoying to my family. Well, my lovely wife Dee found my microphone and decided to have a little fun with our son Ryan.
Hey, Ryan Mabel, how do you feel about your dad doing a podcast on RAGBRAI?
Have you heard about the Copper Mountain 4-pack?
The epic pass? Yes, I have. Dave Mabel, have you heard about the epic pass at Copper Mountain?
Yes, we're going.
Are you enjoying your RAGBRAI?
I love RAGBRAI. Of course I am.
And how many people have you talked to date?
I only have interviewed 1, 2, 3, 4. No.
Oh, I am.
I don't know if you recorded anything or not. You're recording now for sure. 37 seconds worth. I have talked to somebody from Australia, Tasmania, China. What's the E word? Ecuador. And I've interviewed 4 people.
So far you would say it's a successful RAGBRAI?
It is a successful RAGBRAI.
Do you think you're annoying anyone in your family?
I know I'm annoying everyone in my family. Do you want to stick it?
Ryan Mabel, are you annoyed by your dad?
Usually, yeah.
On a consistent basis, would you say?
I would, yes.
And what is the most annoying thing about him on RAGBRAI, let's say? I know what my answer is.
He talks to everyone, and you just lose him, and he talks to
I would also say the song he sings in the morning is pretty annoying.
I would concur.
I want you to know that I have talked to more people without my microphone in my hand than with my microphone in my hand.
Any other questions?
I talked to Leo, who photographed the Little Indy 500 in like 1975. I talked to Steve Van Zee, whose father won the Race Across America 50 and up, set the record for 50-year-olds in the Race Across America in 2005.
One last question, Dave Mabel. Did you remember the fly to your family's tent?
No, but I do have my wallet and I do have my sleeping bag.
Jamie does not have his wallet, and Kyle Orris forgot his wallet in Ionia. And I think they're the only other ones that forgot their wallet. However, they do have the fly on the top of their tent.
We have a tarp.
We do not. It sucks. Any last words, Ryan Mabel?
I have a fly.
Ryan, can I fit in your tent until Morgan comes?
Maybe, yes.
So Ryan has a 2.0 tent I might be able to sleep in. We'll have to figure out something for Anna Mabel, and Dave Mabel is still in the doghouse.
Anna could
Out.
sleep in the RV.
Hannah might be in the RV. Dave had one job, and that was to pack our tents and sleeping bag for RAGBRAI, and we have half a tent. Out.
And that segment is called Fun at Dave's Expense and is brought to you weekly by Dee. And with that, let's head back out onto the road. How about some gravel roads? This year, for the first time, an entire day of gravel was available, crisscrossing the paved route, allowing riders to hop on and off the gravel and hit the pass-through towns, as well as enjoy some of the beer at the Iowa Beer Tent, which features a rotation of Iowa crafted beers and sets up in a couple of spots along the route each day. We'll hear from Steve, who coordinates the Back Pocket Brewing Iowa craft beer stops. But first, let's hear from Larry Burkhart, riding gravel for the first time on RAGBRAI.
Larry.
How you doing, Dave?
Awesome. How are you doing?
This is the best.
What's your history with the gravel?
Well, I've been riding RAGBRAI for years, and yet I wasn't really a biker. I was just socializing in Iowa, where I grew up. And, you know, listening to you and listening to other people get into gravel and needing a little more comfort in my elderly state, I decided to get a gravel bike. And it takes me back to my youth, growing up in rural Iowa, northeast Iowa. And now riding these roads on RAGBRAI today, first time on gravel on RAGBRAI, just takes me back to those same roads. It's really a lot like where I grew up. Yeah, really fun.
That's awesome. I can relate to that. I grew up on a gravel road. The funny thing is, back then, like, we couldn't wait to get off gravel.
Right, correct. Dirty cars, dirty everything, you know, wanting to get where the action is. But, you know, today, like, we're looking ahead here. I can see a few bikes a half mile ahead, but it's not like that RAGBRAI blacktop back there. It's a little respite. Did you hear those birds singing?
I do hear those birds singing.
Nice. Very nice.
I'm trying to knock you off into the loose stuff. Roads are in good shape, though, wouldn't you say?
Oh, this has been really great. So this is like mile 9, I suppose, on gravel today. And I must say, I probably have 60 or 70 gravel miles total since I bought this bike, and it is very comfortable. It's very easy to hold the gravel. I've been really pleased by my ability to stay upright.
You know, I hear people say that they're surprised they can ride gravel, but like physics matter. You have 2 giant gyroscopes under your butt, and they'll keep you going straight.
Yeah, I like it. It's working so far.
All right, well, thanks, man.
Thank you for riding with me, Dave. It's awesome.
Lovely Iowa gravel.
Yeah.
I bet this becomes a regular.
Oh, 100%. I hope they do it. I would do this. I'd do it again for sure.
The whole route or a portion?
Oh no, I'm good for 50 miles.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. How about you?
I like doing portions. To be honest, gravel in the summer is not my favorite thing because July can just be like, out here you're sitting in a sauna. But today it's just perfect. I don't know what the temperature is, but it feels so good.
I like the social and the support. Yeah, so it's not like I'm trying to get away from it, but this is a really nice change. It's really cool. Really nice.
And here's a nice little aid stop or whatever with water. Perfect.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Well, happy crunching rocks, man.
All right, we're bumping along here. This is all good. On to West Bend.
Do you think we could talk all the way to West Bend?
I think you could.
You're right about that. You're right about that. All right, peace out, Larry.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Steve, how you doing today?
Not too bad, not too bad. Beautiful day.
You are with the Iowa Craft Beer Tent. Holy cow, Back Pocket, like, this has become, I don't know. I mean, this is like part of RAGBRAI.
It has quickly become part of RAGBRAI. We've been doing this for 7 years now. This is our like 95th stop we've done, and it has quickly become a must-do on RAGBRAI for sure.
It is absolutely a must-do. Our team, like, if we all get split up and lost from kilometer 0, we know that we'll find each other at Back Pocket. Do you find a lot of other people like that?
Yeah, we started the team flag idea this year, so teams would know when their teams were here and they could all hang out, and they all meet up here about 7 miles from town, and then they kind of get together and ride into camp together. So yeah, it's worked out really well.
I just saw those flags coming in and I was impressed. It looks like the Olympics.
It is cool. We got 18 of them out there flying this year.
That's awesome. How do you guys, Iowa has like an incredible number of breweries, an incredible creative number of brewmeisters. How do you guys come up with the list every day?
So we send out an invite every year, and the breweries that are interested in their neck of the woods are the ones that respond back. And we just kind of start penciling it out in a big Sudoku looking puzzle, and it kind of just, we try to make everybody happy in their neck of the woods. And I think this year we got 42 different deliveries throughout the week and almost 140 different beers.
What do you serve a week?
What do we serve?
How many cups? Do you have any idea how many cups?
Yeah, but I'm going to keep that one to myself.
More than 10?
Way more than 10. Yeah, way more than 10.
That's awesome. Will we see you at the Iowa State Fair?
Yes, you will definitely see us at the fair. That's only about 10 days right after this event. So we'll tear it down and put it all right back up in about 5 days after the RAGBRAI.
How do you decide where to be? Like, we're kind of in the middle of a field now. I'm walking up here and I'm like, they probably looked at this on Google Maps and like, there's an empty spot of earth. Let's go there. How do you decide where to go?
We have meetings of starting as soon as the route comes out. And then my wife and I drive the route, and the Back Pocket guys drive the east side of the state, and we just start knocking on doors. And we have quite a little criteria where we want to be, but it's just a lot of knocking on doors and being Iowa nice, really.
Where are we right now? What is this place?
This is Mark and I'm blanking on her name right now, but
that's all right.
But anyway, we're at their house, and this is amazing. They've been a great group to be with. We just have had a blast here today.
That's awesome. Well, listen, I'll let you get back to serving beer. There's quite a line. There's been an amazing line for every time we've stopped. Are you surprised by that?
At this point, no. I used to be worried that we weren't going to be busy, but now I just know it's coming eventually, and we figure it out.
Yeah, you do. Well, great to see you. Great to see you twice a day, every day, and already looking forward to tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we're ready. We'll be over by just before Britt, and you'll find us about 8 miles outside of Mason City.
Awesome. Peace, dude.
All right, thanks.
I do look forward to those stops along the way. But eventually we do reach our overnight town where riders spread out to schoolyards, fairgrounds, parks, and the lawns of host families to set up tents, clean up, find food, and have a great evening. Downtown is usually transformed into a festival with music, food, drinks, bike shops, and informational booths. I ran into Mark Wyatt, director of the Iowa Bicycle Coalition, at their booth in Ida Grove.
Mark, we are on day 1 of RAGBRAI. How's it going so far?
This is outstanding. This is one of the best days of bicycling I've ever had.
Why?
You got a mix of everything. We had 7 miles of flats. We had the Los Hills to go through. So a little bit of everything for topography. We've had plenty of tailwind all day long. The temperature's been just a skosh above 90 degrees. It's been a beautiful day. Sunshine, rainbows, unicorns, everything on a bike ride.
I love it. I love it. You guys got your tent set up here, Iowa Bicycle Coalition.org. What are you doing? What are you spreading the love of this week?
So we're set up in every town. We're trying to collect pledges from people to end fatal bike crashes, which is important to all of us. We don't want to die while bicycling.
We do not.
And we've got a kind of a multi-pronged approach for that. We want more funding for trails, bike lanes, other facilities that are going to help us. We want better bike policies at the DOT and the state legislature, and we want more education and awareness. So we've got a plan that we've worked on. We just got to get a lot of people behind it and people willing to contact their legislators and call the DOT and make things happen.
So I know it's early. It's literally like our first day of riding, and it's early in that day. But you had a whole day of the expo yesterday. Did you have positive day, positive response?
Huge, outstanding day for us. We had a line going out our booth. In fact, Tide was next door giving away stuff, and we had as big of a line at our booth than they did. So, we'll take that. We're also giving away these top tube stickers, which have all the mileage for the routes that you can put on there. It's like a low-level adhesive, like a Post-it note, but you can keep track of where you're at all week just by staring at our sticker.
I've seen 100 of those today on bikes.
Yeah, we printed 10,000, so there'll be a ton of them out there.
Oh, wow, that's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I want to have you on the pod, full-length feature, but I hope you have an awesome RAGBRAI.
Anytime. I love talking, so let's get
Do you
together.
really?
Yeah.
I never picked up on that.
No, I'm shy. I'm
yeah,
shy,
you are.
really.
You are. Listen, you're riding, right?
Yeah, riding every day. I got a street team riding in the booth, so yeah, I get a ride. It's the best place for me to be.
All right, cool. We'll have an enjoyable day, enjoyable week.
Hey, thank you very much.
Peace, brother.
I also ran into a reporter and his cameraman filming a feel-good segment about RAGBRAI for his news outlet, Newsy. It was an awesome article, an even better video, and I think you should check it out, and I'll put a link in the show notes.
Hey, you guys are with Newsy covering RAGBRAI today on Sunday? Is today Sunday?
I was curious how an outside reporter would find RAGBRAI, so I grabbed my microphone, and you probably know the rest.
Yeah, this will be kind of fun. I'm like going the week and just talking to random
It's
people.
just so funny to be interviewed, you know.
Yeah,
So,
well, I'm sure it is.
well,
But
go
you're
ahead.
part of the RAGBRAI scene.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean?
Happy
Tell
to
me-
do it.
So first of all, tell me your name and where you're from.
Yeah, so my name is Ben Chamisso, that's B-E-N, and then S-C-H-A-M-I-S-S-O. So I'm originally from Belgium. You can hear I have an accent. I speak French, but I've been in Chicago for a little while, and I am a national correspondent with Newsy, which is a national TV network.
So question, you're from Belgium
Yeah.
and you're here covering cycling.
Yeah, I know.
Are you a cycling fan?
I am not a hardcore cycling fan, but I can tell you it is very big in Belgium, and we're proud to have had champions in the past. So yeah, I mean, I see a connection between my own culture and the culture here.
For sure. And do you know who won the green jersey in this year's Tour de France?
I have no idea.
Really? Do you know the name Wout van Aert?
I know.
No, well, he won the yellow, but Wout van Aert's Belgian. And
Wait,
won
wait,
the
wait,
green
wait. So
jersey.
the green jersey, is it the first race?
Points. It's
in points.
It's
Okay.
in points, not time. The yellow jersey is time.
Okay, so we actually had a Belgian win a pretty big thing at the Tour de France.
Oh, yeah, that's Wout.
And I just didn't know.
yeah, right, exactly.
See, it's because I'm like never speaking to my friends in Belgium. I'm
Yeah.
too in my like Chicago life.
Well, you'll have to call them and say, hey, by the way, did you hear Wout won the green
Yeah.
jersey?
We got some pretty good cyclists.
Yes,
yeah.
you for sure do. So you're from Chicago, covering for Newsy. What are you looking for?
Well, I mean, I can give you a little bit of the backstory. You know, my manager is a guy who's like a very Midwestern. I mean, you know, a lot of the managers are from Washington, D.C. and
Sure.
more like the coast, but he's a Chicago guy and Midwest guy. And he's been kind of telling me about RAGBRAI for a while. But I've been covering a bunch of things, and, you know, he just sends me a link and I kind of ignore it. Because, I mean, we cover things that are not always feel-good stories, but very stressful.
Right.
So you cover a mass shooting, you cover this, you cover that. And you know, it was sending me those links. I wasn't really paying attention to them because I was too busy. And then a week ago or so, he just told me, oh, by the way, you're going to RAGBRAI. No discussion in it. You
Wow.
have to go. Because we cover the Midwest as the Chicago bureau. And yeah, we just kind of discussed what day we thought would be best to go. But to your question about what we're looking for, you know, the reason why we're here is because we want our audience to experience some legitimate feel-good stories, people doing things they love, and that back home they can kind of feel a little better about the world, because otherwise, you know, you watch the news and it's a lot of pretty tragic stuff. So
For sure.
we want to reflect that the world is not always as dark as you see it on the news.
And have you experienced that today?
Oh, for sure. I mean, we, you know, we arrived yesterday late, and it's been a lot of just logistical obstacles to go through just to get here. I had to book my flight late, everything sold out. So this morning I was just very eager to finally see it, because it was a lot of work just getting here. But the moment we arrive in Sargent Bluff and there was like media parking, and we saw all these people getting ready 6 a.m. Loading their stuff into the bus. And first guy we talked to says he's done it like 38 times. He's a character. He has a little map attached to his bicycle that shows every the line from west to east on the state that he's done over the years. It covers the 99 counties.
Oh, nice.
So he like really right away instilled the spirit in us. And like everybody we talked to was just so awesome. And we had no idea what all these towns would look like. So from Sargent Bluff, we went to the first pass-through town. I think it was Bronson. And it was wild party there. And then we went to Enton, which was even a bigger party. So yeah, I mean, we are sold on the idea, and we do want to come back next year, not for work, but for fun.
Oh, good. That's awesome. Did you eat anything today?
So we were quite busy, and I just got a local vendor was selling some burgers, local family. Just got a burger, got a beer. But I feel that anytime we say we're there to eat or take a break, we end up finding an interesting person, an interesting shot. So, we haven't had time to actually experience the food or the rides without a work mindset.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Yeah, and it is super easy. Like, I'm doing this podcast, and I told my wife I wouldn't bring my mic out too much this week.
Here you are.
Here I am.
You're doing
but
the same.
It's like interesting stories pop up. The first person I talked to was on a hike through the Andes in Ecuador when she learned about RAGBRAI.
Goodness.
And she's like, oh, I want to go.
Yeah.
And she comes on RAGBRAI. The second person I meet, her friend was from China. She's ridden her bike across China to Tibet. She's ridden north and south in Japan. She's ridden from Arizona to the tip of Alaska. I'm like, the third person I met, he's rollerblading across the state, and he's from Tasmania. And I'm like, what are you doing here?
You feel lucky, because we've been trying to find those international people, because they're pretty cool. We found this woman from Mexico. She actually lives in Kenya, but her husband is from here originally. So it's not necessarily that she's coming all the way from Kenya just for RAGBRAI.
Right.
But I do think a lot of people have said Germany, that they have met Germans who come here just for RAGBRAI. So you've been lucky just finding all these international...
I haven't, but there's a story around every corner.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what it is, yeah.
Well, listen, thanks. I'm going to let you guys get back to work.
Yeah.
RAGBRAI's not over.
You're a good interviewer. And
You're kind.
Look up your podcast. It's cool.
I'll give you a sticker.
Yeah.
You get a free sticker.
Sounds good.
All
I'll give you my card as well.
There you go. Newsy.
Yeah.
Online?
Cards. So it's actually on TV, and it's it's on regular TV, not cable, so you can get it for free.
Yeah,
but it's a different kind of channel in different markets.
Okay.
Because it's next to your local stations.
Yeah. Well, can I Google Newsy and find out how to watch it?
Very easy. Most people watch it via their Samsung TV or Roku.
Oh,
so you download
perfect.
the app and then you just watch
I've got all
it.
that for sure.
Where are my cards?
Don't worry about it. It's RAGBRAI.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
All right, well,
I'll
we'll
hunt you
Google.
down.
Nice meeting
yeah,
you.
take care. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
You're a good
Appreciate it.
photographer. I can tell. I've watched you work, and I can tell that you got a good eye. That was fun, and honestly, click the link in the article and video so that you can see his work too. It really was a great video. And back to what Ben and I talked about, all the great people and interesting stories you find on this ride. We stayed with family friends in Ionia on Thursday night, and I'm sitting there and I'm introduced to the one-time mayor of the town of 300 or 400, and he has the distinction of being the longest tenured mayor in the state of Iowa. You're right about that. We're in Ionia the night before RAGBRAI comes through. We're celebrating at, what's this place called? Billy Ray's? Billy Ray's, a private bar. I guess you'd call that a speakeasy? You got to have a secret code to get in, is that right? Fair enough. So I'm here with David. David, what's your last name?
Swenemson.
Swenemson?
Got a Norwegian.
Oh, I don't know how to... I love it. So, David Swenemson is the longest running mayor in the state of Iowa's history. 42 years. When were you first elected mayor of Ionia?
1970.
1970. Why did you run? Was it just your turn?
No, the guy that was mayor said I'd be a good one. He said it was a lot of good money.
How accurate was he?
Way wrong.
So how long, like when you're elected mayor, how long does that, what's that term?
2 years.
2 years. So every 2 years for 42 years, you ran for and were elected mayor.
No, I took 6 years off after I had 20 in.
Oh, wow. That's pretty amazing, actually. What inspired you? Why, why?
Well, it was a nice little town, and I thought it was $200 a year. How could you turn that down?
$200 a year is awesome.
Selma, how are you?
Good. How are you, Dave?
You want a drink?
You're back. Well, if I do, I'll get one.
No, there's free. It's free out here.
Oh, it's free out here?
Yeah, it is. It is. At the speakeasy.
I'm drinking. A lot of bikers, huh? Oh, my God.
Hi, Thelma.
Someone's got excuses.
So, Dave,
Oh, you just want to snort.
Take it right off the bottle.
Dave, have you been mayor when RAGBRAI's come through?
Yes.
What do you guys look forward to?
The people.
Good job.
Yeah? Now, you're serving pancakes at 4 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, right? Well, you got to get ready. What time do you think the first rider will come through?
4:45.
You think so? 4:40? Will you guys be ready?
Too early to tell. I don't know.
Now, you got a little peach schnapps going. What's the story with peach schnapps?
Dave, we got you there. Right there.
That is my trademark, or my drink. Peaches.
Your drink? Nice.
Yes.
That's perfect. Perfect. All right, well, listen, Dave, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm impressed with it. Can I ask you one more question? Why did you not run the last time?
I was sick of it.
How many years ago was that?
Oh.
A whole bunch?
I don't know. Probably 8 years.
8 years ago? Have you enjoyed retirement from mayor?
Oh, yes. I don't have to answer to nobody.
Is the new dude doing okay?
Oh, yeah. He's a good egg.
Yeah, okay, good.
Good egg.
Got
Yeah.
your approval. How many people vote in Ionia?
I suppose 80.
80? And you'd get the majority. So you had 41?
I don't know. That's too long ago.
Awesome. I appreciate your time. Good luck tomorrow as RAGBRAI rolls through 20,000 of your favorite cyclists rolling through Ionia.
They're all good people. They are. You might have one bunghole and 10,000 people.
We'll look for him. Thanks, Dave. Have a great night tonight. Speaking of the mayor, one guy who impressed me this week was first-year RAGBRAI director Matt Phippen, a longtime Iowa cyclist, a RAGBRAIer himself, and he knew where to be. I probably ran into him 3 or 4 times throughout the week, greeting cyclists at a busy intersection while we waited for traffic, or as we walked through a dirt detour around a bridge rebuilding project, or in the overnight town greeting riders as they roll in. And on Friday morning, there he was, greeting riders as they entered Ionia, and he made time to chat with me. Hey, Matt. How you doing this morning?
Oh, fantastic. It's beautiful.
We're in Ionia, what day is this, 6?
Day 6.
Day 6 of 7. How's the week going for you so far?
It's the best week I've had on a bicycle. It's weather's amazing.
You've been on this thing a time or two, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
How is it being on the other side of the bike?
I would love to be out there riding, but I'm living through everybody else. I hear the stories. I see them roll through. Everybody's got smiles on their faces. They're having a blast.
What is your favorite thing about this week in particular?
It's seeing everything that you've worked so hard on and the communities have worked so hard on all come together. You know, it's amazing when communities, it's a major lift. So when they pull together and they put together a good plan, and then you have this, and it's like the perfect storm. They're going to capitalize, and all their planning pays off for them.
So I heard a rumor that fire department we're looking at Ionia is a RAGBRAI fire department. Is that true?
Yeah, it's the last time we came through, all the money that was raised, that helped build that fire department.
That's pretty amazing. That's got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5-door fire department and, I don't know, office or whatever they do there. And RAGBRAI built that.
Yeah, we helped play a role. Obviously, they raised the money, and when we rolled through, they filled the boot, and they're filling the boot today. I think they're going to get some more equipment that they need, but yeah, the trucks, they're adding stuff to the trucks. But yeah, it's definitely a RAGBRAI invested in fire department.
That's awesome. Well, we're looking forward to number 50. Expect big things next year?
Everything about 50 will be big. Bigger cities, bigger events, bigger bands.
Okay, sorry.
People from all over the world will be coming. If it's on your bucket list, you're coming to 50.
That's awesome. I love it. Hey, thanks, man. Good luck for the next couple days.
Thank you very much.
And get some rest on Monday.
We'll see what I can do.
What a great week of RAGBRAI. Number 49 in the books, and I can't wait to see what's in store for next year. Number 50. I appreciate you listening to the Bike Talk with Dave RAGBRAI Spectacular. It was super fun to make, and I hope you had fun listening. I want to thank our online host, BikeIowa.com, where you can find articles and links to this weekly podcast. It'd be awesome if you'd rate and subscribe on your favorite platform. And if you want to support the show financially, look for Bike Talk with Dave at buymeacoffee.com. And if you do, I'll send you a sweet sticker made by our friends at Bike Rags Apparel. And also, don't forget your free 90-day subscription to Adventure Plus with hundreds of awesome indie adventure films, including cycling, skiing, mountaineering, running, and so much more. Click the link in my show notes for 90 days free at adventureplus.com. Thanks again for listening, and I'm going to send you out with one more RAGBRAI treat. Jack, Will, and Jerry Siglin, 2 brothers and a dad, serenaded the group of us sitting out on Main Street, Ionia on Thursday night. It was a real treat. Hope you enjoy.
Best show in town.
Best show in town. Right here, right now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to taking 42nd Street, riding the top Cadillac. And I bet I'm funny, but running back. Just been gone. Go to the chorus. You don't jump on Superman's cape. You don't scream with the wind. You don't pull your mask off the Yellow Ranger. And you don't mess around with his skin. Don't fall in the heart. You gonna help us, Will?
I will. Keep going.
Can you play the...
Huh?
Well, the horse fell over the pool room. It became a bopping in off of the street. When the curtain was done, the only thing that was bloody was soul in the big man's feet. Yes, 100 places, and he shot in a couple more. And you better believe like a different story with the big man in the
I don't know if I'm in tune. 5 strings, Jer.
You sing it.
And I'm picking with a goddamn beer tab. I'll sing it.
That's no wonder you sound like shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Oh my God.
I hear that train a-coming. It's rolling.